gonna take these glasses off because. One more time, please.
Was there a moment where you kind of found this, what we've just mentioned, this place, or your dream, or once you felt your dream was fulfilled, so to say, that you were an artist now? Was there a moment?
A moment that I felt that my dream is fulfilled?
Yeah, that it kind of,
yeah.
That you're kind of living your dream.
Especially when BonBon became famous all around the world, it was like a miracle to me, because I never thought an Albanian song would turn out to be so famous. Albanian language song, I mean. And it was like a miracle to me. And that's the moment when I said, wow, dreams really do come true.
Why do you think BonBon was so successful?
There's a little mystery in everything, but if we see it logically, I think the language sounds very beautiful to people, Albanian language. And also the music that I wrote and the genres that me and my producer combined together is totally something new and fresh to the world, I think.
Okay. And do you remember...
That's what I've been told, at least.
Okay. Do you remember when you wrote the song? What started the song?
Of course I do, yeah. What started the song? I had the sample, that baby voice. I liked that sample a lot, so I thought about turning that into a beat, and then we did that, and then I started doing melodies in the studio, vibing around. Not forcing it, because when we were trying to force it, it wouldn't come out. But when we settled down and chilled, then everything was just flowing, and BonBon came out.
And you mentioned this mixture of all kinds of genres.
Yes.
Is that well, like you say, that you tried not to force it. So does this come out kind of naturally? Those elements. The reggae elements,
It comes naturally to me because everything I've been absorbing along my life, not only with music, because not only music inspires my music, but also fashion and nature and meditation, spirituality and a lot of other stuff. So it's flowy.
Okay.
When I go to the studio, everything I've absorbed in my life just goes out as an output.
Okay. And in terms of lyrics then, because you mentioned spirituality, that kind of stuff, where do the lyrics come from?
From me.
Are they very personal?
Sometimes they are.
And in the case of BonBon?
In the case of BonBon, I was inspired in some other women. I wanted not only women, don't misunderstood me, male and female who sometimes feel like they need someone to make them feel somebody, to make them feel important, alive, or any certain way. You can feel that way just by yourself, and that's very safe. And the best partner you can have in life is yourself. So that's what I talk about in BonBon.
When did this idea come to you, this thing of self-reliance or self-confidence? Is this something you've had all your life?
It's something that I hadn't have in my life, and I created it. And it's even more better because you're not born with it. You create self-love. We're not all lucky to be taught to love ourselves since kids. So, you know.
When did you discover this then? Was it a reaction to something, or?
What thing?
This idea that you have to love yourself first.
I think nowadays it's a cliche, and I love it. I love it. It's a word that it's spreading all around the world. Love yourself, love yourself. And it's very healthy for everyone. It's basic.
Then, well, you mentioned because the track did quite well, and you say because of the mysteriousness of Albanian language that people think it's exotic. But now you've also released an English version. So
yes.
Does that mean you're looking more towards an international audience?
I did this for the American, marketing and fans, and for American radios, but also for everyone who wants to listen to it, because I've been asked many times for it, and then I did it for the sake of that.
So do you see yourself then doing more in English?
Of course, I would love to.
So is that essentially the dream? Because obviously there are a lot more people that speak English than do Albanian. So are you going to transition to English, or are you still going to write Albanian songs as well?
Something just came to my mind.
You can say.
I want to do, you know what I want to do? I want to do English music for everyone to understand it. But I want to also share some glimpses of our beautiful culture that the world will be shocked by.
Can you give me, I've never been to Albania, can you give me one example of what people should know about? Well, you're from obviously Kosovo, of course, but is there one thing about your culture that people should know about?
There are many things. Depend on what you're looking for. If you look for amazing views and nature and green lands and sea and food, you have amazing opportunities there. If you look for good music, you will find that too. And you have everything you need there. It's a small country with everything you need.
And you mentioned at the start of this interview that your mother played very traditional music to you.
Yes.
So what you've just mentioned, the nature as well and the culture, how much of an influence is that now in what you write now and going towards the future?
One more time, please.
How much of an influence is this cultural background on what you write now?
It's a big influence. My country has influenced me, of course, because I was born and raised there.
Sure.
And now that I'm traveling a lot, I can clearly see how influenced I am by my country in every aspect of my life. And I think that's what makes me who I am. And I accept it as it is, and I'm really proud of where I come from.
Finally then, well, people compare musicians all the time, Rihanna, Sia. And I heard Diamonds is one of your favorite songs.
Yes.
So do you like this comparison? Do you think it's good for you? Or?
I used to be very close-minded in comparisons and resistant to it. But now I'm very cool with it because, you know, I was just thinking, every artist that I've been listening to along my life has left some footsteps in my creativity. And that means it's okay to be compared to other artists because we listen to each other, we get inspired from each other. And of course we can be compared. I mean, nothing wrong with that.